Hi everybody, it's Dr. Anderson and Lucy again. Our first assignment is going to be what we call process analysis, or a how-to. And we'll talk about this a little bit on class on Monday, but I thought I'd give you some video to go along with it. You can do this either as a written assignment or as a video assignment, depending on what you want to do. The first thing in a how-to is to pick a subject that you know something about. Do not try to tell us how to do something you have no clue. If you're a nutritionist, for example, you might tell us how to put together an inexpensive, healthy menu, or how to cook a particular kind of dish or a recipe, something along that line. Now, me, I don't know how to do any of that kind of stuff. I know horses and I know English, and I'm sure you don't want me to narrate how to do a how-to. So I'm going to use my horse as my prop here, and I'm going to explain how to write if I were going to do a video or a thing on how to approach and feed a horse without getting hurt. It's very, very simple. You'd be surprised how many people don't know that and get bitten, kicked, or whatever by horses because they come up on them. So the first thing, if you're going to do a how-to, is to make sure you let people know what it is they need. Okay? So in this case, I need something a treat. I got a carrot, I got an apple in the other pocket, and I got some little horse treats in here somewhere if I can find them. And I need a horse. This horse happens to be cross-tied. You may come across one in a stable or in out in a pasture. Now, the first rule is if you don't know the horse and you don't know the horse's owner, don't go messing with the horse. If you try to feed it, it may be on a special diet and you may give it something that's going to hurt it. Sometimes people don't realize that they go and they give a horse something, and there's only certain things horses can eat. If you try to give them a Big Mac, they're going to get very sick, and it's going to be a vet trip. They probably wouldn't eat it anyway, but you never know. So first, when I come up on my horse, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up on the front. Here's the front. You never want to come up behind a horse. Okay? Now, I can come up behind Lucy because she knows me. We've been together 12 some odd years. But if you come up behind a horse, they don't know if you are a tiger, a lion, a cottonmouth snake. They don't know what you are. Their first impulse is to kick. You do not want to get kicked by a horse. There used to be a pig out here that weighed about 200 pounds, and that horse came up behind Lucy when we first came out to this barn. Lucy didn't know what it was. Lucy kicked that pig so hard, it rolled for about 20 feet. And this is about a 200-pound pig. So you don't want to do that. Now, normally Lucy is not going to kick. She's a good horse, but if she's scared, and some horses are very spooky. So you come up to there on the face. What I would do is extend my hand so they can smell. Now, she knows what I smell like, so it's not a problem. But if they don't know what you smell like, they'll take some time sniffing you to make sure that you're okay. Now, she's telling me I'm okay because she's doing this little thing with her nose. It's grooming me. So she's telling me I'm okay. And you watch their ears. Now, depending on how the ears go, she's got nice and relaxed. But if they pin their ears way back down, that means this horse doesn't like you. You want to stay out of the way. Okay, you don't want to approach a horse that's like that. Sometimes they'll snap at you, but if they pin their ears way down, and I can't get her to do that because she's happy, but if they pin their ears way down like that, that's a really good sign. Leave that horse alone. Don't touch them. Okay, once you get so they know who you are, you can pet them very lightly on the head. They love that. You can pet them on what's called the withers, which is over here on the side. They love that. If you get them really going, as a matter of fact. Let's see if I can get her really going. They'll even make this weird looking face for you. Now, she's not doing that today. And if I pet her on this side, I can go under the mane, pet on the withers. If I have to go around the horse for any reason, I don't want to just walk around the horse. I'm going to keep a hand on her like this. So she knows, oh, it's you behind me. It's not something weird. And then she's not going to kick me or give me any trouble. Okay? Some horses like to be pet on the belly. Lucy just happens to love being pet on the belly. Some horses don't. They'll kick you. Okay? So that's pretty much how you approach a horse, and you can tell that they all have different personalities. They're just like people. Lucy's very affectionate. She loves people, as you can see. She'll groom me, she'll kiss me. She's very affectionate. Some not so much. Some have had difficulty in their training, and they have not. Now, Lucy's always been trained very gently. I believe in the carrot rather than the stick. So when she does something good, she gets a carrot or some treat. Now, if you're going to feed a horse, don't just stick your hand out there with it, because you can get bitten. Horses don't see that well. They go by touch and they go by smell a lot. So if you just hold out a carrot like that, you might get your fingers bitten. That is not a pleasant experience. So you want to hold the carrot, see if I can get it here, in the palm of your hand. And then, if you can see how this works, hoping this will work out, then she will just take it very gently. And she doesn't want to bite you. She does not like the taste of human flesh. She likes carrots much better. But sometimes she doesn't know the difference. My wife made that mistake with a bunch of hay one time and had one of her fingers stuck out, and it was an ER trip. So you don't want to do that. Same thing if I've got a little treat, that's a horse treat. It's a little tiny thing, and see how gently she'll take it. Okay, she's not going to bite me if I'm very careful on how I do it. All right, so that's probably what you need to know about horses. Oh, the last one is the apple. I'll do the apple too. They love apples. But again, I'm holding it with the palm of my hand. Now, Lucy's pretty adept. She can eat a whole apple at once. Some horses just bite off half of it and then get the other half. The other thing she loves is peppermint. She loves peppermints, but they got to be the real ones, not the artificial sweeteners. Because again, I don't want to make her sick. Vets are very expensive. As soon as they pull up in the truck, it's ka-ching, ka-ching. And so what would be a bellyache in us could actually kill a horse, because they get these conditions where their intestines can tie up and cause a blockage, and it can be very, very dangerous. So there you go. That's how you, and to do a how-to, what I've really done is I've told you what I need to do, and I've given you a step-by-step description of how